Look around you, different things born out of truth and passion. Business software, it's our craft, our identity. Thoughtfully engineered, passionately designed to help you transform your business. Zoho, made in India, made for the world.
But let's now talk about Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh, because there seems to be a fierce economic rivalry that has happened before, and it continues in between the two states. Now it has flared up on social media, with Karnataka IT Minister Priyank Kharge unleashing a pointed attack on his Andhra Pradesh counterpart, Nara Lokesh. Now, Kharge has compared Andhra Pradesh's efforts to attract investments as a desperate scavenging of a weaker ecosystem. Now, this exchange that seems to be centered on recurring issue of Bengaluru's infrastructure and challenges and efforts by neighboring states to capitalize on the city's woes by persuading IT companies and startups to shift across the border. Now, this latest pact that was ignited by a news report highlighting several such in Bengaluru who were considering rather moving afield from the city because of the crippling traffic and infrastructure along the outer ring road. Let's get connected with Neha now. Neha, this latest pact that seems to be ignited by a news report there, but it seems on those very issues, the problems of Bengaluru are now becoming an opportunity for Andhra Pradesh.
Well, Amita, of course, while Andhra Pradesh IT Minister Nara Lokesh there would like to believe that, the problems or the flaws with Bengaluru and Karnataka would be opportunities for Andhra Pradesh, the Karnataka government, of course, thinks otherwise here. You have Karnataka's IT Minister Priyank Kharge there, in fact, hitting back and saying that, this is nothing but desperate scavenging. Remember, this is not the first time that both the, states, of course, have locked horns as far as IT and the larger ecosystem and infrastructure is concerned. We've often seen how in the past as well, Nara Lokesh has, made a pitch there, whether it's been with Blackbuck or with, others as well in the past, to several companies saying Andhra Pradesh has its doors open here. Why don't you all come to Andhra Pradesh and invest? However, of course, the Karnataka government has maintained that, there is no place like Karnataka for investments. And what, of course, we see is that the fight here between both the states continues as far as investments and the ecosystem is concerned.
Yes, because what we can, as a cheeky invitation for tech firms to rather who have been struggling with Bengaluru's infrastructure and giving this opportunity that spiraled into a clash of, development models between two states. But this is now coming at a time when we are looking at multiple of these tech hubs that have been rather considering from Bengaluru to rather shift. And this is happening owing to the crippling infrastructure that we are looking at. Mr. Salim Ahmed of the Congress Party is connected with us. Mr. Salim Ahmed, what do you make of this invitation rather to tech companies and other IT hubs that Nara Lokesh seems to be giving to Andhra Pradesh, saying, well, as far as Bengaluru is concerned, it needs to first fix its pothole problems?
We are doing it a war footing. Already Chief Minister Ramaya and D.K. Shivakumar, Deputy Chief Minister, they have told that. Even CM has warned the officers within this month and they should complete the whole road should be set right. And we are doing it. At the same time, nobody is going to any other state. The people are coming to Karnataka, especially to the Bangalore. We have a best infrastructure. Yes, because of the heavy rains, roads were spoiled. And the population which has been increased for the Bangalore city. But still, Bangalore is the best. People are preferring. It's a very place where the total harmony is there, and they're preferring. And this Andhra Pradesh are trying to take. They will not be successful. And definitely Karnataka government giving all benefits to the people who want to invest. And we are all we had a lot of investments coming throughout the world to Karnataka and Bangalore. So definitely we'll take care, and we are sure that people.
But what about the problems, sir? Because as far as the civic infrastructure is concerned, Bengaluru rather is becoming little more infamous when it comes to traffic chaos and civic bottlenecks.
Okay. See, that's why we had made this Greater Bangalore. We have made this 5 corporations for this purpose only. See, just wait give us 6 more months. We will see that. Whole world will see. Whole India will see the development of Bangalore. That's why we have made 5 corporations. And we'll take care of all this.
6 more months, but pothole problem, sir, as being said by your government, that has to be fixed by the end of this month. I believe that is the deadline that has been given.
No, 6 months, I'm telling you. 6 months, the whole issue of traffic, we are trying to sort it out.
Okay.
And as far as potholes, already 10,000 potholes have all been filled. Mr. D.K. Shivakumar also visiting, and Chief Minister Ram also has visited 2-3 days back. And just take it by this end month.
No, but that promise then needs to be lived up to, because if the pothole problem is being fixed, then it has to be maintained in the same way as well, because so that the problem doesn't, keep on recurring, because the pothole problem is a menace. We have seen that people have lost their lives because of this problem. Thank you very much, Mr. Salim Ahmed, for joining in. As far as when it comes to this investment opportunity is now concerned, now this opportunity is taken up by the Andhra Pradesh leaders as well, where the IT ministers of both states, Sagarika, seems to be sparring on social media.
Yeah, and this is how the war of words unfolded. It started with what Priyank Kharge said. So let me take you through Priyank Kharge's post. He said it's natural for weaker ecosystems, beg your pardon, to feed off stronger ones. Nothing wrong with that. But when it turns into desperate scavenging, it shows more weakness than strength. Bengaluru's GDP is projected to grow at significant 8.5% until 2035, positioning it as the world's fastest growing city. Bengaluru's property market will rise by 5% in 2025. He speaks about growth index states, and he also said we are set to outpace global counterparts in terms of urbanization, economic growth and innovation, and then he puts out some data. Then he goes on to say that what is an organism that lives in or an organism of another species and benefits by deriving nutrients at others' expense called. So this was the jibe that Priyank Kharge took. To which it is Nara Lokesh who has responded, and he says, and I quote, "As India's youngest state, we are looking for every opportunity to grow and generate jobs. I truly believe that as states compete for investments and jobs, India will prosper. My humble suggestion, arrogance like potholes on roads should be fixed first before the journey gets tripped up." So this is how the two leaders are sparring on social media, while both are in fact trying to woo investors to come to their states and to invest more and to ensure that their businesses also grow in their respective
More
states.
like a cheeky, sarcastic jibe that seems to be taken up by the Andhra Pradesh minister. Sagrika, thank you very much. But Neha, this is what the Andhra minister seems to be now, attracting when it comes to investors, that if you're looking up at the north, little up north is where Andhra Pradesh is apparently also setting up the world-class aerospace and defense hub. So he's inviting, when it comes to investors there, to set up bases in his state.
Well, absolutely, Amita, of course, like we were mentioning earlier, this is probably not the first time that we're seeing Andhra Pradesh's IT Minister Nara Lokesh there making a pitch to bidders, or making a pitch to, of course, the larger IT ecosystem, as far as moving towards Andhra Pradesh is concerned, or as far as shifting their investments or their base towards Andhra Pradesh is concerned. And given that in the recent past, Bengaluru, of course, has drawn a lot of ire, the government over here has drawn a lot of ire for not helping set up a good ecosystem for IT companies as far as the outer ring road area, where a large amount of IT companies are prevalent, is concerned. We're seeing that the city, of course, has been facing a lot of backlash here, whether it's the road infrastructure, whether it's the fact that not much is being done in terms of easing the traffic around that area. We've seen how several companies are all set to be shifting
Well, a strategic move to position Anantapur as a visible, and a viable business corridor. However, Priyank Kharge's response seems to be far from diplomatic, where he seems to be putting out details, rather how, when it comes to the position of the state of Karnataka itself, has been growing economically. Thank you very much, Sagrika and Neha, for your updates. Let's